Hello guys and welcome. I hope that you are well. My name is UHDking, or I play 4K, aka I play 8K, aka I play 16K, and during this video I'm going to demonstrate Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War 3 PC game benchmark in 8K video resolution. We're going to go through all kind of different presets. It's going to be maximum visual preset, then medium, then low, low to different qualities, and pretty much this is going to be a test for the Titan RTX video card, which is the Turing GPU architecture, and Intel Core i9 9900K overclock at 5.3 gigahertz, which is amazing. Okay, and I'm coming in real time. This is going to be a single take, but a lot of information will be provided to you as a hardware enthusiast, overclocker, system engineer, software developer, game developer, 3D graphics designer, which is 3D animator, modeler, game developer by UHDking, and the 8K resolution on Turing GPU architecture, which is the flagship Titan RTX video card, which is much better than RTX 2080 Ti when we are talking about 8K video resolution. This is single video card. I'm not sure if Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War 3 PC game supports SLI. That stands for multiple video cards or two video cards for the Turing GPU architecture in SLI connected together render this game. If it's possible, we're gonna do an additional video, additional test will be available for you over the UHDking.com. But during this video, I'm going to demonstrate a single Titan RTX video card performance. Okay, I'm in the game. In the end of this video, we're going to talk about the specifications of my PC hardware, guys, such as CPU, video card, and etc. DDR4, which is specific 5000 megahertz by Corsair. Great information for you provided as well. And hopefully AI, artificial intelligence, is not removing with the noise of the fan my voice and not creating my voice squeaking. Sometimes it does it. I'm playing with the different AIs. I'm playing with the AI that not reflecting on your GPU because NVIDIA AI is reflecting on the GPU, and there is some other AIs that doesn't reflect on the GPU and on CPU performance at all almost, which is amazing. Anyway, 7680 pixels by 4320 pixels, 60 hertz. Okay, Titan RTX video card. Image quality maximum, texture detail maximum. So this is on the 8K native screen. Okay, unit occlusion enable, anti-aliasing is on. However, I don't think that anti-aliasing is working in this game when we are talking about the 8K video resolution. I think it's at the lower resolutions, and maybe they're using the 8K or something like a 4K while anti-aliasing some edges through their methods, so it doesn't work in 8K video resolution. But I'm going to demonstrate it to you. Windows settings will be borderless window, which is the full screen borderless. Okay, the reason why I'm doing that because in the future videos I'm going to test the Warhammer 40K Dawn of War 3 in 16K video resolution on a single Titan RTX and two Titan RTXs in SLI if SLI is capable. This is the reason, and I knew throughout my tests that it was flickering in the previous game engines such as Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War 2 that I recorded in 16K video resolution. Go ahead and check it out. It's going to be amazing. Anyways, guys, this is going to be our beginning preset. As you can see, game already predicting the FPS, and it's so nice because it's almost predicting pretty well, almost to the correct result. But let's go ahead and do the benchmark. This game has a benchmark in the game. We're gonna go ahead and do it on benchmark. So maximum possible visuals. VSync is off, so we're not going to be limited in terms of the FPS. So there is no FPS cap because the hertz, it doesn't matter what you're watching it, but it doesn't matter on a 30 hertz, 60 hertz, or 200 hertz 8K screen. The FPS will be the same as a result. Okay, so hopefully guys that makes sense. So it doesn't matter for us. The purpose of this video to show you the gameplay in 8K video resolution, to share some information on the Turing GPU architecture, plus to benchmark it on the Turing GPU architecture by Nvidia, such as Titan RTX video card, so we can compare in the future with the RTX 3000 series, 3090 Ti, RTX 3090, RTX 4090 video cards, and the future video cards and GPU architectures by Nvidia or AMD. You want to keep your eye at the left top corner, guys. Okay, 25 FPS video card. Titan RTX video card is overclocked to the maximum possible preset for the home safe environment and stable condition. All right, so it's calculating right now the FPS. So I'm using 5300 megahertz on each core of my Intel Core i9 9900K, but I disabled two physical cores and I disabled the hyper threading technology. And I'm using 52 multiplier, which is 5200 megahertz for the AVX2 instruction, but Intel 9000 CPU switching from the external frequency, which is 5300 megahertz, to the AVX instruction frequencies, AVX2 instruction frequencies, which is 5200 megahertz or 5.2 gigahertz. So sometimes you're gonna see 5.3 gigahertz or 5.2 gigahertz or 5300 megahertz or 5200 megahertz. Okay, so FPS, guys, average 27. Okay, I did this without Nvidia ShadowPlay recording. It was 28. Please keep that in mind. So it's very nice score. Okay, we lost only 1 FPS, and I did the same score, but it was the same score for 28 FPS on the Intel Core i9 9900K running stock, okay, without any overclock, but it wasn't with the recording. So this is within the recording Nvidia ShadowPlay recording in 8K video resolution. So I would say at like 3 FPS because I just did this test without the recording and it was 31 FPS over here average. Okay, so just want to let you know, without the recording 31 FPS on a stock Intel Core i9 9900K 28 FPS, and this is when the i9 9900K overclocked to 5.3 gigahertz, 6 cores, 6 threads, and it's running almost 28 FPS. Very nice. This is going to be kind of like RTS strategy game, so it's still comfortable for a lot of gamers, but of course 60 FPS will be better. All right, maximum FPS 35, but as again, if the Warhammer 40K Dawn of War 3 PC game supports SLI, I'm going to use the secondary video card, which is Titan RTX video card, and our FPS should be double. Okay, based on our GPU utilization, which is 99%. We have excellent GPU utilization, 99%, guys. So you want to keep your eye at the left top corner. Okay, everything at the left top corner is correct, every single value. It was verified. Minimum FPS 24 FPS. Do not look at minimum or maximum because those type of values sometimes could be for less than a second. Keep that in mind. So it's not going to be in terms of the gameplay. You're gonna pay your attention to the average FPS. So maximum possible preset and including the ambient occlusion for the units, and anti-aliasing is on. But as again, I don't think that anti-aliasing is working. Let me go ahead and demonstrate it for you. I'm going to make anti-aliasing is off. I'm going to apply the settings, okay, and I'm going to reboot the game just in case. So every time we're gonna switch, we're gonna reboot the game. So anti-aliasing is off. I'm going to return, and I'm going to go ahead and reboot the game. Let's go ahead and do that, just to make sure that the frame buffer is refreshed correctly, and with the garbage collector, and everything is nice. Okay, guys, as again, in the end, we're gonna jump into it, but as again, on the wallpaper, this is my system water cooled with the Corsair H150i, 360mm radiator, and three 120mm fans. So that's why CPU is so cool, even almost 1.5 volts on the CPU. And this is how I'm running for over 2 years, no problems. So let's go ahead and run the game. So we just rebooted the game. And as you can see, I was testing a lot of games while I was developing cinematic modes for Quake 1, Quake 2, and Quake 3. PC games, including the Stalker Call of Pripyat, will be also cinematic mode, but just because the war in Ukraine, I don't feel it like that. You know, I'm for the Ukraine, of course, and but Quake-ish cinematic modes are coming, guys. It's going to be unbelievable, redesigned and redeveloped by me. It's going to be available over the moddb.com. Cinematic mode for Quake 2 is going to be amazing. For Quake 3 is going to be amazing, and a little bit of work for Quake 1. Alright, guys, so this was the introduction. We don't need any introduction. By the way, beautiful game. I'm not a big fan of the Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War series. PC games, but I really like the third one. So I'm going to finish it probably. I really like it when I'm going to have some free time. But as again, on my free time, I'm trying to be as a graphic designer, 3D artist, game developer, software developer, even more than I used to, because I already know how to create the game. So they're not so interesting to me, but I have a great information to share with you guys, so stick around. Hopefully, as again, AI is not disturbing my voice and it's not squeaking or screaming too much while it's removing the fan out of the Titan RTX video card, because 100% fan rotation right now at the maximum fan rotation, and it's not quite quiet, okay, it's kind of loud. So image quality maximum, texture details, this is going to be a great preset when I'm going to show you. It doesn't matter, texture details low or maximum, the performance will be almost the same, and in 8K video resolution. And this actually benchmark is going to demonstrate it for us. So when you're going to remaster the games with the better textures, it doesn't matter if the textures will be lower quality or higher quality. For your eyes, it's going to be matter, but for the GPU to render it, it doesn't matter. It's still going to be the same amount of the pixels, which is 7680 pixels by 4320 pixels, rendered in real time, guys, okay, which is almost like 36 megapixels, okay, like my Nikon D810 camera. Alright, anyways, and I'm a professional photographer as well, so a lot of information to share, and a motor, as I already told you. So it's predicting 28 FPS without the anti-aliasing. Let's go ahead and have a look. As again, guys, you want to pay close attention to the left top corner, so your eye should be focused at the right left top corner. This is going to be my thumbnail for YouTube. Anyways, you want to see the CPU utilization, GPU utilization. CPU utilization, we want to have constantly below 90%, never reach 90%, almost none, because otherwise it's going to lower us in terms of the FPS in a lot of newer games, because it's going to predict the FPS. So you want to make sure that your CPU utilization is way below 90%. Okay, and it is a case. As you can see, overall CPU utilization below 30% right now, but GPU utilization we want to keep 99% or 100%, which is excellent or amazing GPU utilization, exactly how we want to keep it. And it's, guys, it's just beautiful. 99%. Of course, Titan RTX is throttling because I'm running the Nvidia stock dual fan design on the Titan RTX that it came with. This is the liquid metal edition, so I can push it a little bit further in terms of my VRAM to 1200 megahertz, which is reflecting to 2400 megahertz, and in terms of the boost, it's going to be 100 gigabytes per second boost for free from the overclocker, the video RAM, and video RAM will show the same bandwidth as RTX 3080 video card. Keep that in mind. And Titan RTX is pretty much RTX 2000 series video card as a flagship, better than RTX 2080 Ti, because RTX 2080 Ti featured only 11 gigabytes, and Titan RTX is featuring 24 gigabytes of video RAM for the frame buffer. And this is exactly when we're going to need it. As you can see right now, my video RAM utilization is 11 megabytes, guys. Okay, Titan RTX is featuring 24 gigabytes, so it can go double in terms of the VRAM usage. And after the VRAM usage will reach the crucial for the RTX 2080 Ti or for the RTX 3080 or RTX, even RTX 4080 12 gigabyte version, it's going to limit you in terms of the FPS, because it's going to store that frame buffer into the storage, such as the system RAM or the storage devices. It depends on the game engine, and it's kind of slow. Alright, so as again, average FPS, the same average FPS, anti-aliasing or without anti-aliasing, 27 FPS. So as I told you, this method, anti-aliasing method, that throughout this game engine doesn't work, because they probably anti-alias the pretty much increasing the resolution to 4K resolution and downscaling for you, and it's kind of creating that feature for you. But just because we're running already 8K video resolution, it's probably not working at all, and this is what it is. It doesn't work. The method automatically, those algorithms for anti-aliasing doesn't work. So minimum FPS 25, maximum FPS 35, average FPS 27. Alright, guys. And yeah, this is without the anti-aliasing, maximum possible visuals. So let's go ahead and limit us in terms of the visuals to the medium. Actually, before that, let me show you that ambient occlusion This is going to be only for the unit occlusion, for the units, 3D models, those little guys running in the game. Pretty much creating a big deal for the Turing GPU architecture. Is still creating a big deal for the Turing GPU architecture. And I believe maybe there is a possibility that the ADA GPU architecture such as RTX 4000 series video cards will take care of it. But RTX 3000 series video cards didn't take care of the ambient occlusion as well. It was eating a lot of performance. Like on Turing GPU architecture, it's like 25%. On the Ampere GPU architecture, which is the Ampere GPU architecture such as RTX 3000 series, such as RTX 3090 or RTX 3090 Ti video cards, it's going to be also big deal. It's going to be like 18-20%. Hopefully ADA GPU architecture such as RTX 4090 video card, RTX 4080 video card, RTX 4000 video cards will take care of it. Okay, hopefully it's going to be below 10%, and you can run ambient occlusion without it, and in terms of the performance. All right, guys, so you saw the FPS. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna turn down the ambient occlusion. And this game is tricky, the game engine, just like the Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War 2 PC game engine. It doesn't accept sometimes the resolution and presets. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to reboot the game all the time. Guys, I'm explaining because a lot of beginners watching this video and everybody want to learn, and I'm trying to explain so everybody will understand what is going on the screen. So you're watching the future. A lot of gamers will be playing 8K resolution in 2025, but today is September 2022, September 24th, 2022, and this type of technology was available in September, almost in September 2018, 4 years ago. Okay, so you could be playing like this 4 years ago. If you couldn't find a single screen 8K video resolution 4 years ago, or it was so expensive, you could build up out of the 4 screens 8K resolution on a Titan RTX video card and have no problem. Alright guys, so what we're gonna do, we're going to go ahead and play it. So every time I'm rebooting, the purpose to clean the garbage collector of the frame buffer, and everything is refreshed and FPS is real and everything is real. And as again, Titan RTX right now is overclocked, and the overclock is compensating Nvidia ShadowPlay. And Nvidia ShadowPlay takes about 3% in terms of the FPS. Keep that in mind. But we are compensating through the overclock. So pretty much right now you're watching at the FPS just like it will be on Titan RTX without the recording, as I told you. Okay, so it was 38 FPS. I mean, it was 28 FPS average. On the overclocked Titan RTX on the stock CPU, okay, but Titan RTX was overclocked. So, but if Titan RTX wouldn't be overclocked, it probably would be 26 FPS, and we delivered 27 FPS. So pretty much we're compensating NVIDIA ShadowPlay recording through our overclock. All right, guys. So presets. All right, presets. Guys, just because it's one of the first video 8K resolution of the Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War 3 PC game, I decided to go ahead and go through the details without the rushing, so I'm not rushing, keep that in mind. So we saw at the unit, without the unit occlusion, right? Nope. Let me go ahead and bench it. We saw without the anti-aliasing, so we're gonna go ahead and bench it. So it took the FPS, that's good. It's already predicting the same FPS. So actually it's probably not going to be that big deal because it's just for little units, it's not for the whole game. Everything is ambient occlusion. The game feels pretty well, guys. At the maximum visuals on a single Titan RTX video card, it's kind of laggy because it's low. It's below 30 FPS, as you can see. But 30 FPS is required for kind of comfortable. But for this particular game, I would say 60 FPS will be great. It's like a StarCraft 2, okay? And the visuals almost like in StarCraft 2 as well, like-ish StarCraft 2 PC game, as you can see. And this is amazing. This is what I like. And I really like the visuals in the Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War 2. But as again, I'm not a fan, but I'm a big fan of the RTS games, and this is to me like a StarCraft-ish. So I want to go ahead and dedicate some time of my free time when I will be free, just to study the game as a game developer as well as a gamer, and to play it a little bit. And I really like this second part and third part. And I used to play one part long time ago, like in 2007. The first part, Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War, and that game was like so amazing to me while playing at 1080p during that time. But it's not so amazing, guys, because everything is so dull. Hopefully they're gonna do the remaster. Anyways, this was the FPS 32 26, so it was the same deal. Okay, so ambient occlusion didn't do anything, guys. Okay, in our case. But what I'm gonna do now, I'm going to go ahead and do to the medium. Okay, we're gonna do the medium preset. Let me apply that. Somehow in this game engine, you're going to apply settings by settings, otherwise it's not going to memorize them, as again it's a little bit laggy here in the menu. Through the same thing was in Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War 2 and in Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War 3 PC game, the same deal, guys. So medium, okay. Texture details maximum. I'm going to show you in the end of the game that it doesn't matter maximum or minimum texture details. It's still going to be the same FPS, guys. In this particular game engine, but this is a clear demonstration, as again, it doesn't matter. For your eye, you can see more details. As a human being, you can realize that. But for the PC, it's still going to render for the GPU and CPU those pixels, pixel by pixel. So, alright, we're memorized that. Let's go ahead and reboot the game. This is a great video for any Warhammer 40k Dawn of War 3 PC game, guys. If you're watching that, don't forget to smash that like button. I dedicated my time to show you one of the first videos of 8K video resolution of Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War 3 PC game, and I'm also going to show you on this video card during GPU architecture Titan RTX video card by Nvidia the 16K video resolution, but it's not going to be playable. It's only going to be benchable, but still in real time. Alright guys, so we rebooted the game, cooled down the Titan RTX a little bit. That's why I took in the pause. The reason not because, you know, I don't know what to say, just because I'm trying to make sure the Titan RTX is going to cool down a little bit. For those people that most likely are going to have the two Titan RTXs and SLI water cooled. And this is what you want to do, guys, but not necessary to water cool both of them. You want to water cool the first GPU, the first video card that closest to the CPU is going to be the hottest in SLI. The second video card will be like ambient temperature will be like 50 Celsius, sometimes even 45 Celsius, even on air, guys. Keep that in mind. So anyways, so what we have right now, let's go ahead and verify the performance. I'm thinking like multi things at the same thing, multi thoughts, guys, at all kind of different angles and levels, as you can see, for newbies and professionals trying to do it as educational video as possible and bring a lot of value to you as much as possible. So medium preset, okay, unit occlusion is off, kind of medium, right? Makes sense. Let's go ahead and run this benchmark. As again, it's predicting 32 33 FPS, and they have a great predictor, guys. It does it pretty well, let me tell you that. And then I'm going to show you low with the maximum texture quality and low with the minimum texture quality, just to underline my statements as a facts. The game's still looking great at medium, so this is going to be, right now, it's going to be like a playable game. Under the playable status, not only benchable status, but playable status, even on a single Titan RTX video card and on an RTX 2080 Ti video card, because when you're going to overclock RTX 2080 Ti video card, you're going to achieve that 10 extra percentage that pretty much giving the advantage to Titan RTX over the RTX 2080 Ti video card. So RTX 2080 Ti video card pretty much as same as Titan RTX. When RTX 2080 Ti video card is overclocked, it's like Titan RTX video card, guys. Anyways, the VRAM usage was below 11,000 megabytes, so RTX 2080 Ti video card most definitely can take this benchmark in 8K video resolution, but as again, it depends to the settings. But look like the whole game will be playable on RTX 2080 Ti video card. If it's not going to crash with the video RAM overflow error, such as your RAM is not enough. This is what Windows does when it happens. Anyways, or some in-game engine error. Graphics, as you saw, guys, the FPS medium, not bad, not bad. Prediction was pretty great. I really like that prediction. So we're gonna go ahead and do the low preset, or I would say not low but minimum. Okay, completely makes sense. 3 different presets, and physics at off, completely no physics now. Okay, and still maximum quality. at the texture details, because of course if you want to play 8K video resolution and you're a human being, if you're not a machine, you want to see those extra details. All right, but keep in mind that the textures on this unit right now, let's say it's 1080p texture, but if you're watching this on 1080p, if you're playing it on 1080p, you're not even rendering at 512 pixel that texture, okay, and just on this little guy. At 4K resolution, maybe you're gonna utilize 1K video resolution at that distance on that guy with all the details, but 8K resolution, most definitely we almost utilizing the whole texture on this guy, but 16K video resolution will underline it. That's why I like the 16K resolution. The maximum resolution renderable by the DirectX 12 API, OpenGL 4 version API, Vulkan 1 version 1 API, CUDA, latest CUDA in 2022 APIs, OpenCL APIs. The maximum resolution is 16K video resolution. But as again, the video is coming to UHDking.com YouTube channel. 16K video resolution in the 40K Warhammer Dawn of War 3 PC game that you don't want to miss, guys. Anyways, right now I'm using the zoom, the Microsoft Zoom tool. This is how I zoom in. So this is the 200%. So this is pretty much how it's going to look in 16K video resolution. Let me bring back the game. So 200%. Okay, the game is kind of doing it. This is what done by game engine. So 200%. Okay, I'm gonna do 400%, which is most definitely 16K resolution. So this is how 16K resolution will look like at 100%. If it's going to be upscale from 8K video resolution. But when I'm going to show you 16K resolution benchmark, it's going to be 16K resolution native. That means that you're not going to see those edges. See on his eyes, you can see those edges under the 8K resolution 400%, but under the 16K resolution there is no edges. If you're going to look close, even on the 7-inch 8K resolution screen, that's going to use 8K resolution screen for you to output, but rendering the game 16K resolution natively, and then outputting downscaling for you. So upscale is a big deal, it's bad. Downscale is great, but upscale through the Nvidia tools is a great thing. Through the AI, it's coming out through the technology, and it's going to be nice, guys. DLSS 3, version 3, and even version 4 will be amazing, which will be even version 3 upscale from 8K resolution to 16K resolution will be the same as almost like 16K resolution native. Almost. It's going to be hard to tell even when you're going to zoom into the image at 400%. But this is kind of going to be 16K resolution. Let's go ahead and use the whole zoom tool of the Microsoft, and you're going to see the difference. 1600% is the maximum. You can see all those details. So this is lack of the pixels, and those pixels was upscaled without any AI. So this is without any Nvidia technologies. Nvidia does a great job, so it's actually going to redraw 16K resolution native. That's why it's going to look so nice through their AI in real time, very fast, using their algorithms like nobody else can do it, because they're going to use the GPU accelerator, not the software accelerator like there is some APIs that people are using. They're going to use their own API for the GPU accelerator, and it's going to be so nice, guys. At 16%, 1600%, as you can see, zoom on the 8K resolution video, it's looking so horrible. When I'm going to use 16K resolution native, 1600% zoom, it's going to be look much better, guys. But we're going to compare it. Anyways, this is a little introduction for those people that like to compare the pixels. But as again, you don't want to compare the pixels. This is 1600%. Look, even the mouse cursor needs to be anti-aliased. But their method doesn't work. But we can check if the method works or not when I'm going to, in the end of this video, as an extra bonus. I probably should use the Microsoft magnifier tool at the beginning of this video, so we probably could know what's going on. But anyways, as you can see, all right, so this is using their tool. Anyways, let's go ahead and bench it, guys. Let's go ahead and bench it. Minimum preset. Physics, we don't want physics minimum, we want the physics off. I'm going to apply that. We're going to reboot the game. Still maximum textures. I'm gonna reboot the game, and then it's going to be low textures. beautiful. The game looks amazing. For defense, it's probably amazing. Hopefully, they're gonna make the version 4 and kind of just make it like RTS. I'm so waiting like for the StarCraft issue because this game is not like RTS, unfortunately. All right, the Titan RTX cool down a little bit. Let's go ahead and run it. So cool down a little bit means that it's going to run the higher frequency on the GPU. As again, because I'm running AL cooler dual fan on Titan RTX by Nvidia design, a stock design, and it's kind of hot. Okay. Even dual fan cannot cool Titan RTX when it's overclocked, and it's overclocked. But simple getter with a cooler set up on it, even made up out of the, just by that extension, by the H60 by Corsair, install on the GPU and install some heatsinks on the VRAM, it's going to cool down dramatically and nicely. But use the nice cooling solution when you're going to install the heatsinks. Make sure everything is nice. Alright guys, do not burn your Titan RTX like I did one of them. So as you can see, this is the presets that we're gonna do, completely minimum, but the texture detail at maximum. As again I explained to you, if you're a human being, 8K resolution and 16K resolution, you want to have texture quality as high as possible. But for the machine it doesn't matter. If it's minimum quality in terms of the pixel, if pixel is like that, if pixel array is bringing the details or not, it doesn't matter for the GPU accelerator, okay? Only for the human being. Anyways guys, a great FPS. So this is actually playable at the maximum texture details. It's looking great. It's not going to look at the minimum possible texture details like that. It's kind of gonna look like the Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War 2 PC game on the minimum texture quality kind of. Because the shaders right now, I understanding they're using like a metal shaders, and they're using more like those shaders that mimicking like metal and receiving light, bouncing light, reflecting, and etc. Alright guys, let's go ahead and have a look at the FPS. Lowest possible preset with the maximum texture details. Everything is self-explanatory at the left top corner, but average FPS 58 FPS. This is great. On the stock Intel Core i9-9900K, without the recording, it was 61. On this computer, which is i9-9900K, 2 cores, physical cores, are disabled in the BIOS, and hyper-threading technology is disabled because hyper-threading technology bringing the logical cores, which is 2.5 logical cores of the Intel 9000 series is equal 1 physical core. And I want to eliminate that latency delay, okay, as fast as possible, especially when we're talking PC game, when we are not going to utilize all cores at 100%. So this is the scenario why I'm doing that. So 58 FPS, nice. But as again, with the ShadowPlay recording, and I told you guys, please add 4 FPS all the time. Okay, the game crashed. We're gonna restart the game. I didn't do any settings. I think it's okay. I think I lost the internet. That's why. Okay, let's play it anyways. I lost the Pocket on the Steam, and look like the game is so connected to the Steam. Sega. And as you can see by my CPU utilization, I'm Gucci. So I'm not utilizing my CPU even at 70%. So this is exactly a clear scenario that we don't need any additional cores, guys. So by adding additional cores, you're actually creating more latency delay, because it's going to, the pipeline of the CPU is going to first count the cores and then check when every single core is busy or not, and then send that instruction. And the less cores you have, the less latency delay, and that in nanoseconds. So that nanosecond value is very important. So I'm trying to create it as fast as possible when the CPU and GPU will compute those instructions throughout my methods explained to you in this video. So hopefully you understand if you're a beginner. Anyways, let's go ahead and switch now the preset. It was a great score, 58 FPS, while recording with Nvidia ShadowPlay. Without the recording, it's like 64 almost. So it's above 60 FPS, very comfortable like that. So texture details at low now, okay, minimal, which is minimal preset. We're gonna apply, I'm gonna reboot the game, and we're going to retest it. But the game looks amazing, even in 8K video resolution, even at lowest possible preset, which is amazing. So the resolution actually is a big deal, guys. Okay.
Sega.
Alright, so lowest possible preset as possible, still great. The game still looks great. Let me compare this dude at 400% at the lowest. Let's do at 1600% actually. I show you at 400%, now at 600%. Look at this. The maximum magnifier zoom percentage for the Microsoft Zoom tool. And this is the lowest possible preset in 8K video resolution. Then I'm going to show you maximum visuals in 8K video resolution, and then 16K resolution, the same deal, guys. Alright, so stick around over the UHDking.com YouTube channel. A lot of great information. So still looking great. Okay, let's go ahead and bench it. Let's go ahead and check out the settings. Okay, let's apply the settings. We're going to go ahead and run the performance test. As again, guys, you want to turn down your VSync because you want to unlock the maximum FPS, and future video cards will show higher and higher FPS. But this is the first score in the benchmarking Warhammer 40,000 Dawn 3 PC game in 8K video resolution available on YouTube, so we can go ahead and compare. So go ahead and leave me your comments if you benchmark your system as well. What is your FPS? But please be nice and do not lie because people are watching. You want to provide value. The reason of this video is to provide value, alright guys? Not like one of those high schooler kids on YouTube gonna probably create already video of RTX 4090 and he got like 300,000 views, but actually he's lying. This is not what about it. It's about the value, to show you the facts and tell you what it is and share the experience, okay? And tell you how to improve your experience. Alright guys, so minimal possible preset on the textures, lowest possible preset on everything, visuals, 8K video resolution, and our FPS will be what? I really like that when developers creating the benchmark in PC games. It's amazing. Every game should have a benchmark, no matter what it is, mobile game or PC game. It's nice to compare. 58 FPS, same FPS, guys. So I was right. So it doesn't matter for the GPU, and this is exactly the fact that demonstrating that. So when you're gonna talk about it to those naysayers, bring my video, guys. All right. So 58 FPS, average FPS, same as it was with the maximum details on the texture. So it means that the pixels doesn't matter for the GPU pipeline to compute. If it's lowest details texture, the whole texture in 8K video resolution, or highest details, it's only going to be for the human being, the way the pixels are rotated and stuff unorganized, okay, in arrays. But for the machine, it's just going to be pixel arrays and that's it. So maximum FPS 94, minimum FPS 46. This is very playable. This is how you want to probably play it online. But in 8K video resolution, everything looks so great and it's just amazing. Visuals are amazing, guys. Even at lowest possible preset, it looks so great, guys. The details right here, as you can see. They even demonstrated some 3D model with some tessellation, I think it is, or something like that. Or it could be just an image. But I think it's not the image. I think this is the 3D in the background. So this is the whole 3D. That's why the FPS are real. And the GPU utilization is 99%. So I don't think it's a sprites. I don't think that game menu is made up of those sprites. It's made up out of the real 3D game render. And what its game engine is allow us, just like throughout the gameplay. Alright guys, so an extra bonus as I explained to you before, let's go ahead and turn out maximum, and I want to do the texture details on low just to show you the difference, and then we're gonna do the texture detail at maximum. So it's going to be a great for you to understand and to see the, okay, as you can see, it doesn't save if I'm gonna do more than one preset, but of course we're gonna reboot. But this is the problem with the game engine. Okay, anti-aliasing will be on, just to show you the difference, by the way, at the zoom 1600%. When the anti-aliasing will be used, we're gonna see if it's going to anti-alias those edges around the eyes. Remember when I was showing you throughout the low preset? So alright, let's go ahead and reboot the game. Look like it saved that. That's great. We're gonna go ahead and reboot the game real quick. Really like it. It has the big franchise, a lot of fans, a lot of arts. If you're into the arts, the Warhammer PC game is great for you to play. They have all kind of different genres there. So if you RTS player, or if you kind of RPG player, or whatever, you know, they have all kind of different stuff for you. So this is going to be the lowest details, maximum visuals, but the lowest details on the textures. Let's go ahead and have a look if you're gonna see the difference in
Sega.
8K video resolution. If it's going to be that much difference or not. Look how small my Steam icon at the left top corner. A clear sign that game is running in 8K video resolution, not in 4K video resolution. Alright, so first of all, I want to use the zoom tool as I promised you guys. So 1600%, the eyes are not anti-aliased, okay? So the method doesn't work. So what I was saying was correct, because before I didn't do that. I just figure out, throw out with you, because I'm coming right now in real time. But everything was what I was saying was correct. So it's not anti-aliased at all. And the visual is pretty much looking the same. But this is at the lowest possible details on textures. Let's go ahead and do the benchmark, and then I'm gonna switch to the maximum possible details. We're gonna see the difference. But look like even this doesn't work when texture details, when you are running 8K video resolution. That's why it's important to play in 8K video resolution, because your gaming experience is on another level in terms of the visuals. And if you have a fast hardware, it's going to deliver that FPS. And I cannot wait to test it on RTX 4090 video card, and even RTX 3090 Ti video card that I'm going to test it as well. So I cannot to test it, and cannot wait to do that, guys. Alright, let's go ahead and have a look at the FPS. As you can see, this video is not 10-minute video. This video will be like 30-40-minute video, but everything will be explained. Everything will be so nice for all kind of different people, so you can understand exactly what's going on. Beautiful. I really like the metal shaders in this game, in the Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War 3, much better than in Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War 2 PC game. But Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War 2 PC game introduced to us those shaders, so it's like a metal looking shaders. Even if it's fake, it's not RTX technology, so don't take me wrong. It's not RTX, it doesn't matter. So AMD can do the same, even if it doesn't support or video cards that doesn't support the RTX technology. But this is at the left top corner how much power you need, so you can see this as a benchmark and to understand if RTX 3090 Ti video card was almost 2 times faster as Titan RTX video card during GPU architecture, and it was the Ampere GPU architecture, which is the RTX 3090 Ti video card, that maxed out and was consuming more power. But RTX 4090 video card, which is the 80, pretty much ADA will be consuming same amount of power as RTX 3090 Ti, but it will be at least delivering 3 times more performance as single Titan RTX video card, just like 3 video cards scaling 100% in SLI. But the games that doesn't support SLI will be doing that on RTX 4090 at least, and in other like a Blender, it's going to be 4x as minimum. It's amazing video card, guys, for the value, $1,600. Anyways, hopefully you're watching this video in 2024 and dreaming about the RTX 4090 on sale. Don't forget to smash that like button. So texture details, we're gonna go ahead and switch it now, okay, to maximum. And I gotta reboot, and we're gonna check. Let me reboot. It's unbelievable how magnifier zoom tool looks so sharp and so detailed, those pixels, just like without the zoom under the 16K video resolution. That's all, guys, what I'm trying to tell you. And it just, those pixels are rendered, and you want to render as much pixels as you can if you want to have a great reach experience and if you have a great vision. Of course, it's not for the people with a bad vision. This is for the people with a good vision that really like the details, like when it's shining, it's not hurting their eyes and such. This is for those type of people. All right, so hopefully, guys, you understand. All right, we're gonna go ahead and have a look. I so want to have a look how the game will look like. So this is maximum texture quality, maximum, everything is maximum, 1600%, without the anti-aliased. Even if it says anti-aliased is with, but as again 1600%. Okay, 1600% on the 8K video resolution is probably going to be like on 100K, something like that. It's going to be like 1 trillion pixels or something like that. But look at this, 200%, so nice, so anti-aliased. I'm not sure. Maybe they're using the anti-aliased method, but it's not disturbing the Turing GPU architecture. But it's still looking great at 300% even, 400% even. Yeah, 400% anti-aliased, guys. Check it out. 400%. This is like 1600%, and every pixel is almost here. It's anti-aliased. On the video on YouTube, just because it's gonna bring the blurry effect through the video encoding progress through the YouTube encoder, it's probably going to blur it out, and it's going to be more anti-aliased for you, because what anti-aliasing is blurring the edges, but it's looking great. Yeah, maybe it's working, and maybe it's not a problem for the Turing GPU architecture. Who knows? Under this game engine, while using the DirectX 11 API. Well, if this is the case, then those developers are genius. Alright, guys, I'm losing my voice. I need to go ahead and drink something. Let's go ahead and run one more time a benchmark, and I'm going to jump into my PC system configuration today. We're gonna talk a little bit about it, and it's going to be it. I'm also going to provide some value in terms of the 9000 Intel CPUs or Turing GPU architecture in the end of this video, so you want to stick around and see what I'm going to tell you. But anyways, it's beautiful. It's looking great. It's looking like StarCraft 2, and I'm so into StarCraft because I'm so into RTSs. I'm a Command and Conquer guy, if you know what I mean. By the way, Red Alert remastered and Command & Conquer remastered in 16K video resolution is coming to UHDking, and StarCraft 2 and StarCraft Classic, which is StarCraft Legacy, and StarCraft Remaster are coming to the UHDking, guys, in 16K video resolution that you don't want to miss. It's going to be amazing. 8K resolution will be nice as well if you're into those games, and I know a lot of people into those games. Those StarCraft RTSs are crazy. And you don't want to miss 8K video resolution and especially 16K video resolution. Those videos will be crazy amazing, available over the UHDking.com for you guys. When we're going to talk about Titan RTX video card, RTX 3090, RTX 3090 Ti, RTX 4090, 4080, and etc. guys. Alright, wow. Losing my voice. We saw the FPS. Okay, nothing changed. The game looks great, and as again, utilization was nice. Okay, without any problem. I used the Steam version. Okay, and we're missing the CPU Z. Yep. So let me use the zoom tool, guys, because 8K resolution at 100% scale, this is very important. You want to run 8K resolution 100% scale. Okay, so right here, this is the value. This is the IDA 64 GPU benchmark, version 6.605900. I gave away a couple license over the UHDking.com. You can still use those serial keys. Go ahead and use them, and you can download the IDA 64 GPU and use my serial keys that I gave away and activate the application and use it. That's amazing. This is the latency going to be not changed even if I'm going to add 2 more physical cores and hyper-threading technology. It's going to increase the latency, but it will be never like this low. This is the lowest possible latency for the Intel 9000 series CPU, guys. The latency is so low, it's much better than 10900K, better than 11900K, almost as good as 12900K. And this is when the 9900K is overclocked, but that CPU running stock, keep that in mind. So 50 megabytes per second, 50,000 megabytes per second read, write, and copy almost value, which is 50 gigabytes per second. Level 1 cache, level 2 cache, level 3 cache, read, write, and copy value will be increased if I'm going to add 2 more cores and hyper-threading technology. Look like it's based out of the 6 cores. computing calculation, but latency will be also the same. And latency we want to keep as low as possible because NS stands for the nanoseconds. As again, nanoseconds, NS. And MS stands for the milliseconds. When we play the gameplay, the benchmark, it was FPS, which is frames per second, and MS, which is milliseconds. Okay, 47%, 5300%, guys. This is, guys, the CPU Z. It scored 6 core, almost 5.7 times, which is great. When you're talking PC games, you want to look at the single thread performance value. When you're talking every single core, every single thread is utilized 100%, such as Cinema 4D, 3ds Max, throughout the 3D rendering. We're talking the multi-thread performance, okay? But I'm not going to utilize even 6 cores at 100%, so I don't care about that. But I want to receive the maximum possible value for the single thread performance. This is exactly what I achieved. Let me real quick and show it to you. 5950X, almost as fast as it is. That CPU, and that CPU is newer generation CPU, one newer generation. It's like 10,000 series. Intel CPU kind of quality. 3950X, this is my generation. I'm dominating by 100%, by 100 points. Let me show you some CPUs for those who is curious. 12,900K, of course, faster and single thread performance by the stock, which is amazing. And 13,900K will be like above 900 points here, which will be amazing in games, guys. With the overclock, it's probably going to be achievable almost 1,000 points for the single thread performance. It's just unbelievable. Okay, dominating 10,900K, as you can see. Just gonna scroll it, go ahead and press the pause to see your CPU, your values, so you're gonna get the idea what we're talking about. This is the same CPU, guys, but that CPU running stock is again with the 2 physical cores activated, which is total 8 physical cores and hyper threading technology, not just like I'm running right now, 6 physical cores and 6 threads. Keep that in mind. All right, so a little bit more. For those old school gamers, your CPU is probably right here. 8700K was great CPU, 5960X was great CPU, 7700K is great CPU. But look at this, I'm dominating with 6 core that CPU with 8 threads like it's nothing. Okay, a lot of great CPUs. I used to have this one. 2600K is a great CPU, 8 threads, dominating by twice with the 6 core, 6 threads, and almost by twice in single thread performance. So as you can see, 13,900K CPU not going to dominate us by 2 times in terms of the output of the raw. So I would say 15,000 series Intel CPU will be, guys, 2 times faster than my 9900K overclock. Alright, so keep that in mind. Alright, so what else? Titan RTX was running at this crazy overclock, 1200 MHz on the video RAM and 100 MHz on the GPU through the MS Afterburner, but just because of GR6 times 2, 1200 MHz times 2, which 2400 MHz, which is 2.4 GHz additional overclock on the video RAM, and we increased our pixel fill rate by 10 gigapixels per second, our textual fill rate by 30 gigatexels per second, and our bandwidth by as fast as RTX 2080 video card, which is amazing for the RTX 2080 Ti video card or Titan RTX video card. That bandwidth is overclockable on the GDR6 by Samsung by a lot, which is great. And 100 gigabytes per second increase to our free overclock through the software, which is I highly recommend, guys. I was overclocking since 2000 through the software, since my 3DFX Voodoo 3 2000 video card. But as again, it is faster. 100 gigabytes per second or 100,000 megabytes per second is faster than our DDR4 system RAM today, which is the pretty much Corsair 5000 megahertz CL18, but it was clocked at 1650 times 2, 3300 megahertz CL11 1T command, which is unheard of. 3300 megahertz CL11, not 3200 megahertz CL14, but 3300 megahertz CL11. This is unheard of, guys. The lower latency is better, so 11 is better than 14, 11 is better than 18. Keep that in mind. Dual channel. Alright, so guys, I showed you everything what you need to know. Let me show you how running base and boost on overclock and current, and I'm going to turn down the overclock and show you how it's running stock. So now my voice is going to probably sound much better without remove the noise by the AI. But as you can see, the value decreased immediately. Pixel fill rate decreased, texture fill rate decreased, just like I explained it to you, and bandwidth decreased as well. And as again, today was what? Today was September 24th, 2022. This type of technologies was available for us since 2018. Okay, and this was one of the first videos in Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War 3 PC game. So benchmark in 8K video resolution natively. Don't forget to smash that like button. This is the first record, and after this record we're going to benchmark with all kind of different systems, and we're going to compare the results. Please share your results in the comments down below, positive comments. Don't forget to smash that like button, share it with your friends, which is Warhammer fans, and subscribe guys for more great videos. Right now I'm putting some great videos for you to check out. Don't forget to check them out. Also check the video descriptions and comments, and I will see you guys till the next time. By the way, my name is UHDking, aka I play 4K, aka I play 8K, aka I play 16K. Till the next time, have a great day.